Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. When you look at the current quarterback situation with the Browns, it's clear that there's a lot of chatter around what's going on under center. And honestly, it's a bit of a roller coaster. The national media has been all over Cleveland, calling for some sort of shakeup, especially because rookie Dillon Gabriel has been struggling. Watching his performances lately, it's clear that his learning curve is steep, and he's facing some tough moments trying to find consistency. But locally, inside the Browns camp, the vibe is a little different. The fans and insiders are a bit more patient, understanding that Gabriel is still a rookie, still adjusting to the NFL speed and complexity. Plus, there's this quiet hope that Deshaun Watson might be inching closer to returning, which would be a major boost for the offense. But what really has fans talking now is the potential of rookie Shedeur Sanders. If you've been following the Browns, you know Shedeur has been seen as a promising talent, someone who could be Cleveland's future at quarterback. However, right now, he's dealing with a persistent back injury that kept him out of Week 8 against the Patriots, just before the bye week. And that injury has sparked some debate among analysts and fans alike about how the Browns should handle his development and deployment. The consensus among insiders close to the team, and even some veteran reporters like Mary Kay Cabot, is that the Browns might be better off playing this smart rather than rushing Sanders into action. Instead of throwing him into the fire as the backup right now, they're suggesting maybe making him the QB3. That is, the third-string quarterback, rather than the immediate backup. That way, he can continue to heal and develop without the pressure of having to be ready to step in at a moment's notice, especially if the team's current starter, Dillon Gabriel, is performing decently enough, despite his struggles. This approach makes a lot of sense when you consider that Bailey Zappe, the veteran backup, has been in the league for a few years now, and he's used to this role. Zappe has started 9 games in his NFL career and has quite a bit of experience coming off the bench, especially from his time backing up Mac Jones in New England. The Browns' coaching staff and management seem to be leaning towards the idea that having Zappe as the backup gives them more stability, and it's a role he's comfortable with. Meanwhile, Sanders, who has only played in college and never had to do the emergency quarterback role in the NFL, might be better served sitting tight for a little longer. Now here's where it gets interesting. Mary Kay Cabot pointed out on the Orange and Brown Talk podcast that making Sanders the third-string QB is actually a smart move. She explained that if the team needs to give Gabriel a breather or if they face an injury, having Zappe ready to step in is a safer bet. She emphasized that Zappe is used to coming off the bench in high-pressure situations, and that experience could be crucial in the Browns' playoff push. She also pointed out that Shedeur has never had to be thrown into the fire in the NFL, and rushing him into that role might do more harm than good at this stage of his development. This ties into the broader discussion about the Browns' quarterback development and their strategic approach. Cleveland's management and coaching staff are known for being cautious with young quarterbacks, especially when injuries are involved. And that's where the injury status of Sanders plays a big role. There's been some speculation, especially from the national media, suggesting that the Browns might be downplaying Sanders' injury to avoid criticism for not playing him, a kind of gamesmanship. But insiders like Cabot are quick to dismiss that notion, saying there's no reason to believe the Browns are faking or exaggerating Sanders' back issues. If he's missing practice due to tightness or discomfort, then that's what it is. And honestly, it makes sense to be cautious with a rookie who's still learning the ropes in the NFL. Now, let's talk about the big picture. The Browns are sitting at a crucial point in the season. Despite some ups and downs, they remain in the thick of the playoff hunt, thanks in part to their strong defense and the leadership of players like Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward. The offense has had its moments, but inconsistency at quarterback has held them back. If Deshaun Watson can return soon and find his rhythm, that could be the spark the team needs to make a serious postseason run. But until then, the Browns' coaching staff has to be strategic, especially with young players like Shedeur Sanders. They need to develop him properly, not just for 2023, but for the long-term future. The Browns have historically been cautious with their young quarterbacks, preferring to let them learn and grow before thrusting them into starring roles. This season, that strategy seems to be in play again, with Sanders possibly watching and waiting until he's fully healthy and ready. Meanwhile, Gabriel continues to battle through his own struggles, trying to find consistency and rhythm in an offense that still has a lot of potential. Fans are hopeful that Watson's return, combined with the team's solid defense, will elevate Cleveland's chances in the AFC North and beyond. Looking at the bigger picture, this quarterback situation highlights the Browns' overall approach of patience and smart development. They're not rushing Sanders into action just because he's a highly touted rookie. Instead, they're prioritizing his health and long-term growth, which could pay dividends down the line. And if Gabriel can find his groove and lead the team effectively, that's another big step toward making another deep playoff run. The AFC North is fiercely competitive, with teams like Baltimore and Cincinnati always lurking, but Cleveland has the talent and the coaching to make some noise if everything clicks. Of course, the fans are eager for news about Watson's return and the potential impact he could have. When he's healthy and in sync with the offense, Cleveland's attack becomes exponentially more dangerous. That's the hope, at least. Right now, the focus is on managing the quarterback situation wisely, ensuring that Sanders develops at the right pace and that Gabriel keeps fighting through his adversity. The coaching staff's strategy to keep Sanders as QB3 temporarily might seem conservative, but it's rooted in real NFL wisdom, protecting the long-term future of the franchise while also giving the current squad a shot at winning games. The season has been a mix of highs and lows, and the Browns' journey toward the postseason isn't over yet. Every game is a new chapter, and how they handle this quarterback puzzle could be the defining factor in their playoff destiny. Cleveland fans should stay optimistic, trusting that the team's leadership is making the right calls, especially with so much potential still on the table. The AFC North is tough, no doubt about it, but with the right moves and a little luck, Cleveland could still rise to the top and make some serious noise in January. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.